What is up, you guys? Back here, and I want to talk about UFC 288, the main event. We had Aljamain Sterling defending his title against the return of the King of Cringe, Henry Cejudo, in the main event for the bantamweight title. And what a fight that it was! I feel like I was pretty interested to see how Henry Cejudo would look like when he comes back to the octagon, because he's been away for about 3 years. So yeah, I was really hoping for a great fight, and I believe that it was. And without any further ado, let's dive right into it. Like I said, Henry Cejudo been away for 3 years. So it was interesting to see that him making his return. Aljamain Sterling, to me, skill-wise, is a great fighter. Lacking some stuff, but he's a great fighter, a great wrestler. Henry Cejudo, great wrestler as well. Gold medalist, obviously, as we all know. I love the kind of like the fighting, karate style fighting that Henry Cejudo had before he left, and he used that same stance when he came back against Aljamain Sterling. And I feel like it was a close fight, but a lot of people had it for Henry Cejudo that I've seen, and I disagree with that. You know, I think Aljo squeezed enough to get the victory over Henry Cejudo. You know, obviously, Henry did a good job of stuffing Aljo's takedowns, even though those takedowns wasn't really, like, put together well at times. And so it would allow Henry Cejudo, who is really good at the wrestling, to really defend those takedowns that Aljo was throwing at him. So that was good. And I felt like the striking, the kicking from Aljamain Sterling definitely played a big part in this fight. You know, and the range was giving also a hard time for Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo, even though he was having a hard time with the range, he made a mid-fight adjustment, who kind of closed the gap a little bit when it comes to the striking, but still had a hard time with the range and distance, especially since Aljo throws a lot of kicks. You know, I feel like if he was throwing his hands, it'd be a little different. And the fight wasn't the most craziest entertaining. When it comes to the way everybody wants to see a fight, which is, want them to go out there and start banging on each other and hope and pray that somebody gets knocked out or somebody gets stopped. But I feel like the fight was very technical, especially when they did wrestle. Henry Cejudo survived the back taking of Aljamain Sterling, not once but twice. And plus the fence was there to really help him at that as well. And that's what I wanted to see. If Aljamain Sterling get Henry Cejudo on the ground, that he could him down for at least a little bit, and when he did, he was up against the fence. He tried to put his hooks in. Henry did a good job of taking the hooks out. I don't feel like it was that much of a bad showing from Henry Cejudo, who's been gone for about 3 years. And I feel like the right person won. Henry Cejudo tried his best, but didn't come out victorious in this one, in my book. Congratulations to Aljamain Sterling for winning. And I feel like, people need to start now giving Aljo the respect that he deserves as being champion. No more of the acting stuff, because he already beat Petr Yan dominantly. And he beat TJ Dillashaw, and now beating Henry Cejudo, sort of cements him as a good champion. And now I think he's gonna be fighting Sean O'Malley, which I think is gonna be great. I think Sean O'Malley is a good fighter, but I'm really curious to see how he's gonna deal with the wrestling of Aljamain Sterling. Because that's the most important part for Aljamain Sterling, to getting the fight to the ground. And I think that he needs to with Sean O'Malley, just because of the way Sean O'Malley is. But nonetheless, for another video. But again, I want to say congratulations to Aljamain Sterling and his victory over Henry Cejudo. I hope Henry Cejudo does not retire. He looked good. I feel like he shouldn't even retire the first time he did. So I hope he comes back. I know he can bounce back and probably get that title shot again if he wants to. You guys let me know down in the comment section, how do you guys had the fight? Who you guys had winning? Do you had Aljamain Sterling, or do you had Henry Cejudo winning? And what are your predictions for Henry Cejudo versus Sean O'Malley in the near future? Let me know down in the comment section. If you guys like the video, make sure to please throw those thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.